Southwest Chancellor Community College is proud of this momentous occasion, the ribbon-cutting ceremony for the Maxine A. Smith Center. Dr. Smith is a legend in her own time and has contributed so much to ensure that so many can achieve their hopes, their dreams, and their aspirations for a bright future through receiving an educational opportunity. Today it is quite fitting that we bestow this honor for her many years of passionate service to our city, to our state, to our region, and to our nation. An essential component of our mission is to anticipate and respond to the educational needs of diverse students, employers, and communities within Shelby, Fayette counties, and the surrounding Mid-South region. We believe that this new 67 square foot replacement center will enable us to achieve our mission of providing needed higher education services in the southeastern sector of our city, one of the fastest growing areas in Shelby County. Thousands of our students are currently enrolled in more than 100 degree and certificate programs offered by the college. The Maxine A. Smith Center will provide increased opportunities for Southwest to address the future educational needs of larger numbers of deserving students.
This is a great day, not merely for higher education, but for our region as a whole. And it is quite befitting that it rained today. It's quite befitting that it rained back when we had the groundbreaking. Because for those of us who read the article, that splendid article on our loved one, Maxine Smith, over this past weekend, we understand one thing, that nothing good comes without some pain and suffering. And just as the rain and the thunder and lightning that precedes the rainstorm causes us some pain and some difficulty, but oh, when the lightning ceases and the thunder stops and the sun comes out and we see the rainbow, surely at the end of that rainbow is that pot of gold. Maxine's turmoils and troubles over the many years represent the thunder and lightning. But what we're doing here today represents that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow that inevitably shows up after every dark storm. So we have learning is living, and that's what this stands for, and that's what Maxine has always fought for. At great pain to herself, threats on her very existence, just so somebody could learn. The pain and the suffering were well worth it all, Maxine. And then that old gospel song that says, I can see the sun peeking through the clouds. The storm is almost gone. Thank you, Maxine. Congratulations, Dr.
Good afternoon. Let me add my excitement to that that's been expressed so far this afternoon. This is truly a great day in southeast Shelby County. And this facility, having been located right on Collierville's western border, we are certainly glad that you're here and this facility here. And it couldn't be any more appropriately dedicated or honored to Ms. Smith, of which Mayor Wharton has just spoken, and is a great tribute to her. In closing, I would just say, Dr. Essex, thanks for inviting me, and I hope that, I think this will be such a success that it would be a good thing if you have not retired the building committee, because I feel like that probably this will fill up, especially being located in this particular area, and that before long we'll be looking at a groundbreaking for an expansion of this. Doctor?
You know, we're here to celebrate a monumental accomplishment, not just for Southwest Tennessee, but for our entire community. It's times like these that we have to reflect on just how far we've come, as well as where we're going. And the addition of this Dr. Maxine Smith Center is indicative of the positive change we continue to make in our community. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Be the change you want to see in the world." And Mrs. Smith's name is synonymous with change. What's in her name? This institution could not have picked a better name appropriately because of what Mrs. Smith has done. She's an advocate for justice, an innovator, a trailblazer, an educator, and above all, a great public servant. This building helps to immortalize this wonderful individual and passes on Memphis heritage for the many students that will come into this building. Since this center will serve as a hub for technology, it is so rightly named.
Just a few months ago, I was appointed as the chairman of the Senate Education Committee. Great responsibility, great challenges, but great rewards. And this is one of those great rewards. Just a comment. Conviction, focus, determination, perseverance, tenacity, and collaboration. All these are virtues that are possessed by our most honored guests, but they are virtues also possessed by everyone who has anything to do with education, because it's not something we are going to give up easily. This is a great tribute to Ms. Smith, but on the other hand, this is one more addition to the culture of learning that we want to establish in Tennessee. Part of that world-class education system that we are working on.
It was a delight to be a part of another opening on this campus earlier. It's also such a pleasure to be a part of this because of whom it's named after. Dr. Maxine Smith, I got to know as a member of the Tennessee Board of Regents and got to learn so much of her history over that period of time. And she has just contributed enormously across the entire state, but incredibly here, particularly at Southwest and its history. We are proud that this center is named in honor of Dr. Maxine Smith. She has just contributed over and over to improving educational opportunities across the state. And this new Maxine A. Smith Center will create yet another opportunity for higher education to better serve this region and this state.
Thanks so much, Dr. Mann. Thanks to all of you. I'm pretty cool. I'm sure that's it. So very people. This is just God's gathering of love. That's all y'all. I'm getting a little excited. I'm coming back now. I'm back. So I thank you and express my love and admiration. I thank God for this stuff. That's right. Yeah. And y'all know the erotic things, they teaching all that stuff. Barbara Lane back there. Barbara Cole, she didn't try to teach me how to use that computer. I came out here to Southwest. So many people have tried to keep me out. I rolled them on the boat. They got they gonna be teaching stuff out here I can't even spell. I don't know what they're talking about. But thank God there have been hundreds and thousands of students who may have never had a college education, except for schools such as Southwest Tennessee Community College. They can make a living that will take them much higher than the doctors, the lawyers. I don't care what y'all are. This offer that kind of education. And if I had just a little bit to do it, I will thank my God for the rest of my days. Love you.
Ready?